Guys, don't panic. It's only a fake spider. Okay, go take a seat and we'll get started soon. First thing, don't panic. No one wants to find themselves in an emergency situation, but it's really important that we're ready for it if it happens. In the book, we've described 4 aspects of an emergency management plan: prevention, preparedness, response, and recovery. Pause here to check out more info on them in your book. Now that you have an idea of an emergency plan, let's look at some specific types of emergencies and how best to respond. In any emergency situation, it's important that you as the leader remain calm. By talking about some types of emergencies, you may be better prepared when they happen. In all these emergency situations, it's also important that at least one leader is handling the situation while the other leaders manage the group of kids. If a child injures themselves, don't panic. Here's what to do. Make sure that you have at least one leader taking care of the injured child while the other leaders manage the rest of the group, and continue with the lesson if possible. If you're the first person to find the injured child, don't leave them unattended. For more serious injuries, ensure that any potential hazards are removed and send someone to call a qualified first aider and then an ambulance. If a child is falling quite badly and you suspect a back or neck injury, do not move them at all. And if you think the child may have broken or dislocated an arm or leg, don't move them. Rather help the child to remain still and calm and allow a qualified first aider to deal with the injury. In the unlikely event that you realize that a child is missing, don't panic. Here's what to do. One leader must find the child while the others continue as normal with the group. The most likely reason you can't find the child is because they're just in another part of the venue. So check the surrounding spaces and check the main church venue in case the child went back to their parents. By this stage, if you still haven't found the child, get help from your congregation coordinator or other elders and deacons, and then the parents of the child. What do we do if we spot an intruder? Don't panic. Here's what to do. For safety reasons, any kids area should have a restricted access. But every now and then a visitor just wants to view the venue. In this case, show them around and stay with them until they leave the kids area. But if you spot an intruder that you know seems suspicious, immediately ensure that all the kids in your age group are safe. Ask 1 or 2 of your guy leaders to chat to the intruder and ask, "Can I help you?" Their answer will generally give you an indication of how to handle the situation. They might be lost in the venue and you could just direct them back to the main church venue with the rest of the congregation and ask others in the congregation to keep an eye on them. If you realize they aren't responding to your instructions, immediately call 1 or 2 of the elders or deacons for their help with escorting the intruders off the property. And finally, if you discover a fire in the building, don't panic. Here's what to do. Make sure you have at least one leader managing the children and one managing the fire. The leader managing the fire isn't necessarily responsible for fighting the fire, but for making sure that the necessary steps are actioned. If your venue has a fire alarm, sound the fire alarm. And if the fire is contained, use the fire extinguisher, preferably once the kids have been evacuated from the room. Notify others in the building and make sure that everyone is called to action. The leader managing the children must keep the kids calm and immediately start moving them to the nearest fire escape. If possible, grab your registration pages or devices on the way out so that you can account for every child once you are out the building. If you have enough leaders for it, try to make sure that there's a leader at the back of the group, making sure that every child gets out all right. After the emergency, think about what you can do to help the people affected. The children, families and leaders, they would have most likely experienced trauma, in which case you could offer counseling or guide them to others for counseling. Make sure that you've told your congregation coordinator everything that they need to know about the situation. They might ask you to file an incident report, and you could strategize together how you could avoid these situations in the future. We've given some ideas in the book for how you can show support to those affected. as well as the types of information you might be asked to fill in for an incident report. While emergencies are generally a very small part of what you need to do, it's important to be ready and to follow procedure. Stay safe out there, people.